Certainly a lot of history between these two teams, but over the years, the Hemel Storm have certainly gotten the better of the Reading Rockets. Will today show a turn in the tide in the favour of the team from Berkshire? Here we go. Hemel with the first possession of the National Cup final here on the Basketball England YouTube channel. And here is Motton driving to the hoop, and Darian Nelson-Henry couldn't hang on. And Mitch Clark gets the first offense underway for the Rockets. Poorman. Here is Champion. Inside, bit of a mismatch there, and Justin Hopkins with the first score.
Great feet work there from Justin, fantastic feet work.
Nelson-Henry to Newman, who got MVP in the playoff final against the Rockets last season. Nelson-Henry going inside, and that's too easy for Darian Nelson-Henry.
Yeah, you've got to put a body on him straight away. You've got to make him work for every point he gets, otherwise he's not going to miss from that close in.
18 points in the semi-final win over the Newcastle Knights. And Clark rattles out with his three-point attempt.
But you don't want to let him get too many of those too early. Let him get into a rhythm.
Nice feed from Newman inside. Good hands as well from Justin Hopkins. Hemel will keep it. Plenty of time on the shot clock early doors here in the Men's National Cup final.
Yeah, look to Hemel to get a really nice easy look here on an inbounds play.
Newman. Inside Nelson-Henry, bit of a mismatch with Clark, and a whistle has gone.
You can see already Hemel really want to get Nelson-Henry going early, because as a big man, we like to get a couple of touches early and get ourselves the feel of the game and see where we are. So the psychological side of that for him will be really important. So you can see they're almost forcing the ball into him a couple of times early to get him going.
Darian Nelson-Henry, who torched the Rockets back in November in their only league fixture of the season. Hemel coming out on top, 100-94. Nelson-Henry led that team that day with 24 points, a perfect 8 of 8 from the field. As Newman puts up a three, Poorman rebounds. And inside, and the finish from Hopkins. Good fast break basketball, and the steal as Champion comes up with it, gets it back from Hopkins, and they'll reset. Poorman. Nelson-Henry stands his ground. Poorman continues to battle, and it'll be a Hemel ball, but a good sequence there from the Rockets, the score and the steal. They just couldn't execute on the second possession.
Yeah, and I mean, it was great patience from the captain, Lewis Champion, there to not try and force anything to try and get to the cup. They tried to look for the right option. Ellis just kind of lost his way there and was trying to spin to the basket. But it's great defense and great intensity there from Reading.
Newman to Ellis. Motton puts up a three, and that's way off.
I think a little bit of the occasion might be getting to these Hemel players. I know they've been there before. They've been there before many, many times, but they seem a little bit flustered on the offensive ends, like they're mishandling the ball, or I'm not sure, but it seems like they're off the boil at the moment.
Champion inside, Hopkins off the window and down.
It's a fantastic little set they ran there. Ellis had the screen on the baseline, allowed Hopkins to be wide open for that entry pass there.
Newman inside to Nelson-Henry, wild shot, and Reading will get the ball back. And we understand we are having a few technical issues. We are working on them at the moment. It's been a chaotic weekend here in Manchester, but we are looking to work on them as soon as we can. Here is Poorman. Clark to Hopkins. Good defense there from Nelson-Henry.
Much better communication from Hemel on defense there.
Here is Newman straight away, a three, and Nsangu rebounds. Clark, and Hopkins couldn't hang on, and it will be a Hemel ball. 6:44 remaining, 6-2 in favour of the Rockets, and like you said, Will, maybe the occasion getting to Hemel, but it is very, very early doors at the moment.
Very early doors, but at the same time, you can't allow Reading to get stretched away now. It's 6-2, it's only a 4-point game, but if they allow themselves to pull away, it could be a long day for Hemel to try and get back into this game.
Champion, pull-up jumper, that's off the back iron, long rebound for Veronese, and Veronese is fouled by Champion.
Vernon did really well there. He saw Lewis was stretching to get back in front of him. He knew what to do. Just drag the ball behind himself. Lewis's momentum's not going to stop. Bought himself a foul. You get Lewis in foul trouble, that changes the dynamics for Reading.
Newman. Monkman into the game for the first time, and Trent Monkman is fouled straight away. And how about Trent Monkman? What a season he's having. He had a few injury issues this season. He came back against Reading in November, played sparring minutes, had 22 points, 5 boards in the semi-final win against Newcastle. A great pickup for the Storm as Nelson Henry gets it to go.
Yeah, Hemel Storm have this way of finding players from anywhere, everywhere on the planet. They can find a player and they know how to use that player to their best advantage and within the Hemel Storm system.
Matt Ellis gets the rebound off the miss from Clark. Newman finds Ellis, turnaround jumper. And Nsangu, another rebound for Ty Nsangu. Inside, beautiful pass, and the finish from Hopkins.
Justin Hopkins' ability to get to the cup is unrivaled, I think, in NBL Division 1. His bounce alone is scary.
And inside, Clark is blocked by Nsangu. Matt Ellis with the layup attempt. Horman to Nsangu. Good footwork from Nsangu, and the finish from Portman, and it's a 10-4 lead to Reading.
That's a great cut from Portman as well. He saw his big man was in trouble and said, let me make that little cut there, just to get the space just on the free throw line. Nice little soft finish as well.
Ellis from the elbow, that's money.
You've got to get out to Ellis. You can't allow him those elbow jumpers. That opens up his whole game.
Good stretch this from Reading. Justin Hopkins has 6 of their 10 points thus far. And here he is on the ball. And he fluffs his lines on that attempt. Now 3 of 5 to start for the Alabama native. Monkman, all kinds of space for 3.
Hemel have settled down. The first 5 minutes they were antsy. They've settled down in the game now, and now they're getting the looks that they want. They're trying to find their right guys, and it seems like they've settled into this final.
Champion going all the way. And Monkman from the wing, he puts in a 3. And the scores are now flying in from both teams. We're tied at 12. Champion to Hopkins, Horman. Nice pass inside, a wild shot from Clark, and on the follow, Nsangu.
It was good patience from Reading. They tried to find the right shot, not just any shot, they're trying to find the right shot.
First field goal for Ty Nsangu this afternoon to go with 3 rebounds early on. Newman, lovely feed, and the finish, and a foul, Trent Monkman.
Yeah, see, this is the thing. Reading were in a man-to-man to start the game, and they were troubling them all for the first 5 minutes. They've stepped into a 2-3 zone, And Hemel Storm are just picking the zone apart. You've seen the last 3 trips down, they've just picked it apart and they've just made the nice easy plays and the nice easy buckets, and now they've got an M1.
Trent Montman, who, as said, missed a part of the season with a leg injury as Simon Chamberlain and Matt Ullman check in and Tyner Sengu and Zane Porman come out. But has had a really good start to this NBL 1 season. The Canadian guard, as he makes the extra free throw as well, and the Storm lead by 1. Hopkins, here's Olarerin, excuse me, here is Chamberlain to Ullman. Inside, Hopkins the flush.
Miscommunication. Hemel just not talking about the cutters. They're not bumping the cutters as they come through. And that's what happens when you don't bump a cutter.
Tremichael Motton. Motton gets it back. 7 to shoot, Mockman a 3, and Motton is off with his long 3-point attempt. Olarerin in the open floor, and the foul has been called on Matthew Dizu, and he will go to the line.
The thing is, Victor will be annoyed that he didn't make the and 1. He'll be annoyed he missed the layup there. But again, you see Reading are out in transition constantly. They're always pushing the ball. They're always trying to get out, beat the defense down the floor, get the easy ones, get back on defense and get some nice stops. So you can see Reading's game plan already.
Olarerin makes the first. Strings the second. Here is Dizu to Motton. Ellis gets it back, entering the final 2 minutes of the first. Motton short with his 3. Olarerin collects the rebound. Here is Clark. Hopkins gets it back. Open 3, Chamberlain. Ellis kicks it out to Monkman, who drives inside. Pretty move.
That's a great, great finish. Through contact, no fear, great layup.
1 minute and 19 remaining of the first period. Here is Olarerin driving at Dizu, gets him up in the air and scores.
I'm sorry, but that needs to be assessed, that defensive matchup. I'm not sure if Dizu's got the quick enough turn of speed to be able to stay with Olarerin there.
Here is Ellis. Inside to Veron Ezi, kicks it out, open 3 for Dizu.
It's a great response, that's a great response to hit that 3 there, fantastic response.
Olarerin loses the ball and it's turned over, Dizu has it. And Dizu, offensive foul, and how many times have we seen that this season? Mitch Clark getting his body in the way, sacrificing himself for the team. Smart
Basketball, very smart, professional basketball player is what we call that. It's a smart defensive play, fantastic, sacrificing your body for your team. Something we should see more of.
Final 25 seconds. And a violation there, Mitch Clark. Backcourt violation has been called.
Yeah, you can see that Hemel have settled into this game. Rockets are leading by 3, but Hemel have settled into this game now, and it's become a really interesting chess match on what they're going to match up. They've come out of the zone, Reading. They realised after a couple of plays, let's come away from that, because Hemel were just picking it apart. But now, in a straight-up man-to-man defense, It's all about heart and grit. So let's see what happens the rest of this next 20 seconds.
Olerarin with the steal on Tremichael Motton, and all the way, Victor Olerarin.
I said in the pre-game, Victor's the X factor off the bench for Reading.
Dizu inside, explosion to the hoop from Monkman, but he loses the ball. 3.8 seconds to go, Reading will have it.
Because Reading are up for this. It's from the first tip. Reading of what they can see, they want to lay down a marker for the rest of the season. Not just win this final, but lay down that marker and say, yeah, we're here, and we're going to see you at the end of this season.
Well, whilst we get the action back under play, I understand we are now recovered from our technical difficulties. Thank you, everyone, for just hanging around with us and keeping on track on the Basketball England YouTube channel. Final seconds of the first period as Clark launches and whacks the backboard, and that ends a fast-paced first period as we would expect from these two teams. We saw it last season in the playoff final. We also saw it on NBL Live in their only league meeting of the season. So it's no surprise that the action is fast and furious, and the Rockets hold a 5-point advantage after one.
Yeah, I mean, they've been so at it, both on the offensive end, but more importantly on the defensive end. Defense wins championships, right? And the defense that Reading have put out, that's the defense that's allowed them to get this 5-point lead. You've got a steal there from Victor towards the end of the first quarter, but the defense is really setting the tone for Reading so far. As
we look at the highlights from the first period, and Justin Hopkins scoring 6 of Reading's first 8 points. He leads the way with 10 on 5 of 7 from the field. A great first quarter for him, and leading the way for the Hemel Storm. Off the bench, Trent Monkman, he has 8 points on 3 of 4 shooting. So, you know, it's been a very solid first quarter for those two players. But as a team, where do you assess the Rockets and the Storm right now with obviously 3 quarters to play?
With 3 quarters to play, I expect Hemel to come out and counter-punch the first half, the first quarter where they got punched in the mouth to start with. I expect to see a retaliation from Hemel in his first 5 minutes of the second quarter. And I think for Reading, just keep doing what you're doing, but make sure that the defense sets the precedent for your offense. And I think that's where the two are. But I expect Hemel to come out now aggressively, look for the right shots. Sam Newman's not got going yet. I expect him to get going. I expect them to also get Nelson Henry going as well inside. I expect a lot of ball movement from Hemel now to get the right shot.
As we get set to start the second period, great to have you all on board on the Basketball England YouTube channel.